pretty good.
Hey,
So the
we
pandemic
are
must be very
live.
stressful for Meg.
Oh, super,
Yep.
super stressful.
Mm.
We are now
Yep.
live. We're back.
Especially because I teach, and I teach here.
Yeah.
On this
Oh,
setup.
I have
yeah.
to like hide in the office with the fan on or music playing, or Meg will lose her mind.
Yep, because she can hear me teaching, and she doesn't like it.
Mm.
I mean, not that the students like it a lot either, I guess. But Meg doesn't have to write exams.
Yeah.
Okay, we are back alive. Welcome back.
Hello,
You guys
hello.
hear us in the stream? I see. Welcome back, y'all.
We're all
So
fed and watered.
clearly,
We can keep going.
Yes.
we are good to carry on. So we left off. We don't need the map up again because I already showed the only part I really needed to, which is where we're going. Yay,
it's Ollie time.
Ollie!
Oh,
Ollie time. Good, pointy boy. Oh.
I'm getting a
Too
dog
polite
in
for
8
some good.
days, and I'm very, very excited.
Yes.
And it's just for the stream.
Yes.
And
Join
when
us.
this is over, I'm kicking him out in the street again. That's the
Good.
plan.
Just for the stream.
is he another old man Bassett?
No, this is the first time we have in a long time we're going non-Basset. He's a mutt. We think he's a little bit of terrier and a little bit of golden lab maybe. Or I always say golden lab. That's a made-up non-thing, but lab, like yellow lab. But yeah, we're supposed to be adopting him in 8 days.
That's awesome.
Sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
I was just checking out the
Pro
stream.
pet.
It looks real good.
Science.
I really
yeah,
like
Eleanor.
I really like the slideshow. The character sheet slideshow is my favorite part.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
It's
pretty
remembered
cool.
to grab my dice over the break because I did not have any.
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
I'm using my genderqueer dice for Ugna because they're green and pink.
Awesome.
Just like Ugna.
Yeah.
I'm using my ones that are full of moss and bones because my
Oh, that's
character is
super appropriate.
moss and bones.
Nice.
I'm using my tub of dice right here. It's an old cigarette box full of dice.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm using my dice tray of lies.
Oh, your fake Tolkien.
Yes.
Oh, that one.
Dice tray with it. It doesn't actually say anything. It's bullshit.
Oh man.
Jeff, are you still using your weird dice? That
Yeah,
are
I'm still
bizarre
using
shapes?
these
Your
fucking
strange-
weird
Those are
things.
so good.
Gem dice.
They
Excellent.
work.
Very nice.
No,
Okay.
you can't have my dice, Ollie.
But I want to eat them.
Oh, harassing the dog.
Are they
Harassing the dog.
He's like
You gotta do.
90%
Oh, he
snoot.
hates it.
It's so good.
Snoot. Okay, so when we last left our heroes, they were on their way north to Stormhill. So we'll leave. You don't need to put the map back up. We'll leave this for now. I might put the map up again when we're in the locale. But you quickly make your way to the village of Harrow. There's no real difficulties for this first leg of the trip. And in fact, you make such good time that you're there like pretty much mid-afternoon. And you could press on if you were willing to camp somewhere like out, like not in a town. You could certainly do that and press on and make the trip in only a couple of days.
I'm in
Or you
favor of
could
that
stop and stay the
personally.
night.
I'm personally in favor of that just because the sooner this is done, the happier Benny is. And the sooner we get rid of Otto.
That's fair.
Hmm.
I
I'm
don't
not saying
get
it like
tired,
that.
so I can keep
Yes.
going much longer and carry anyone if we need to.
I maybe have
Aw.
some
Otto-
internet issues.
Otto, are you opposed to camping, or do you?
Oh, Otto will complain bitterly. Otto is like, but there's inns here. Why would we camp in
We
the
should do
wilderness?
Think of it this way: a minor inconvenience now, but getting the problem solved sooner, and not being around us sooner.
It becomes very like Otto is very aware that he is he doesn't like you and you don't like him, and he is fine with that. he's traveling back to his town, to his shop, and he's just here to do the thing for the Thieves Guild. But he also is very much aware that he is extremely outvoted, so he will go along with the group.
Thank you, autoerotic. I appreciate it.
Glorp is thrilled not to have to sleep in a room with a hard sky called a ceiling, I hear.
Mhm.
It makes me uncomfortable.
I'll sleep anywhere. I don't care.
Same. It's fine. So we'll push on then.
All right.
And I admit, on a certain level, I'm doing it just to be a petty douchebag to Otto. He talked down to the
Excellent.
kobold. I'm still mad about it.
Excellent.
You're good people, Tromlin.
On we
so-
go.
So yeah, you guys carry on. You can pause in Harrow if you want to do anything about supplies, but you have an infinite supply of iron rations. If you're
You want
okay
any food
eating
with
them.
flavor? That's that's not what they will provide. But calories.
Or we could hunt something later and I can cook it too. I mean, I'm still a cook.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Vernon's still
you
carrying his pancake around until probably Fetid at some point just steals and eats it.
Yeah.
So you find yourselves you press on far enough into the night that you're relatively confident you can make Stormhill in a single day the following day. This is where it starts to come in handy that you have a ranger with you. Fetid has traveled through this part of the country a fair amount and is you're pretty capable of determining about where you need to get to make the next day. So it's relatively late when you set up camp. You had lots of these trail rations that you can like eat on the go, so it just didn't matter too much when you set up camp. But you have a very exhausted Otto. In fact, Ugna probably ends up carrying Otto at one point because he's not up to the pace that everybody else is able to set.
Definitely carrying him bridal style.
I'm gonna helpfully try and distract
No,
him
not
by
fireman carry, like
endlessly
right in the
telling him
front.
stories.
Oh, like Baby Bjorn.
Like baby Bjorn, like a bride over the threshold, just cradling him in my arms.
In our old Shadowrun game, didn't my gnome used to be in a battle Bjorn
Yes.
on someone?
Yes.
On our orc.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's right.
Our
Yep.
orc
I went into
chef.
battle
On the
with
troll.
a
Mhm.
Oh,
You're
it's a
thinking of
troll.
a
Right.
different game.
Right.
Mhm.
yes. It's always a Bjorn with our group. Always a Bjorn.
Mhm.
Bjorn to Bjorn.
So you set up camp.
Bjorn to be bad.
And it's at this point that I'd like some. I think I'm going to get perception rolls, but I'm only going to get them from certain people. I want a perception roll from Tromlin. I want a perception roll from actually everybody but Ugna. I think can make this perception roll.
Good. I'm just here for muscle.
Ugna is distracted carrying Otto and also is not likely to put two and two together on this one.
Or
I
ever.
don't know what my modifier on perception is, I'm afraid to say.
I
19
have
modifies to a 21.
excellent.
Which modifier are we adding?
Perception.
Oh, is it on here?
So it's under skills on the first
Yeah,
page.
in the skill list. Yeah.
Uh,
Where is my copy of? Oh, there's Tromlin.
I got an 8.
That's with your bonus?
Oh, yeah.
That's not so good.
You're busy
Tromlin-
staring at an interesting cloud that you saw.
Tromlin, you have a +7.
Then I got a 27.
Ooh.
Oh,
I wasted
nat-
a fucking nat 20, yes.
excellent. How did
I'm
Fetid do?
Of course. I rolled a 12, so I got a 19.
Okay. So Copernicus actually doesn't need to be making this because it's about Copernicus, but that's okay. So you all, as you settle in for the night and you're setting up camp and you're basically going, okay, we've only had time to, because we've been pushing on, we've only eaten like dried meat and hardtack as we've been going along here. It's time for some real food. And so Tromlin, you're getting out your cooking pots and like trying to actually prepare something more
Yes.
substantial. And this is when it occurs to both Tromlin and Fetid that they haven't seen Copernicus eat anything all day. Like including the pancake that you gave him in the morning that he just held until it was eventually stolen.
It's clearly the custom of this land just to hold pancakes.
Yep. Yeah, Ugna doesn't put two and two together here, and Glorpa was distracted by this amazing non-swamp world.
He does occasionally suck on hard candies until they dissolve, but I wouldn't call that eating.
Yeah.
No.
There's no actual.
I make eye contact with Fetid, but I don't bring it up to my grandfather. I assume we trap something, I cook it and eat it, I make a spit. I will make for my grandfather like some marshmallow root tea or something. So I'll bring him.
Yeah, he'll like occasionally sip, but he'll get caught up in telling a story, and so like right when you're like, okay, have the, he'll just kind of like set it down and start. Did I tell you at the time that Barb and I fought the 3-spiked pit beast of Kreshnak? Oh, we had such a time, and the blood and the screaming. She was quite a lady.
3 spikes.
Well, I fought the pit beast once. Fighter out of Karsh, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Tough fight.
Yeah.
Oh lord, I smoke my pipe. At this point, I make sure Otto has his dinner, and I try to make as comfortable a bed for him as possible, where I can keep an eye on him so nothing can kill him, but I don't have to see him too much.
Excellent.
And then I'm actually going to pull Fetid aside and say, "Come here. I wanna check on you, because
Hey, what's up?"
He's a quaggle, so he probably has had medical attention in a long time. I'm just going to basically inspect Fetid to make sure there's no like outstanding like sores that may be attended to or anything.
Oh, you're not gonna like anything you find.
That's
It's gonna
fine.
be bad news all the way around.
You're going to have a hard time distinguishing between what is deliberate swarmkeeper parasites and what is non-deliberate parasites.
It's just all the same, really.
I'm gonna have like I'm gonna heat a pot of water, not boiling, but enough to wash a rag, and say, "It's gonna be okay. I just want to make sure you're healthy. That's all I care about. And you tell me what areas I should avoid, and if there's anyone on you, no.
It was worth a shot.
If there's any little friends on you I should leave alone, let me know, and I will leave them alone. But if there are any friends on you who shouldn't be there, I'm removing them."
I say, okay, just give me a minute, and I shiver all over, and that makes all of my familiar swarm animals kind of scatter. So anything left on me is just not welcome at this point. Like, now it's just me and my parasites. Do what you must. And I stand there just like, oh, okay.
I don't want to clean him too much and make him feel uncomfortable, but I want to make sure he's healthy.
You can so like the main thing you can do here is cast Lesser Restoration on him, and just anything that counts as disease
just fall off.
Yeah, you can basically remove
my whole arm.
There's no
may
cobalt
take
left.
multiple castings to make that work. Because technically it would be one casting per disease.
Per disease.
I will do a first casting, just a general casting to see what happens.
I just start sneezing violently. I don't know what that was about. Sorry.
I give him some tea to drink, and then I go back to basically cleaning the spots that obviously need to be tended. Not all of them. I want him to be comfortable. In fact, I'll have some mud ready he can roll around in when I'm done.
Oh, don't
Good,
worry.
clean mud.
You'll be amazed at how quickly I just accumulate filth naturally. You don't have to go out of your way for me. I appreciate it.
I'm worried about the quaggle.
No, I'm good. I haven't been stabbed or shot with any arrows or set on fire in at least a couple months now, so I'm okay.
I inspect him again.
Yeah, you
I
basically
I have this cool bite on my arm. I don't know what it was from. I just woke up and it was there. It's mostly healed though, and
Okay, let me see the bite. Let me see the bite. Let me see the bite. We'll
it's
tend to
cool,
that.
right? It looks like it had 13, 14 teeth maybe. And I think there's still tooth in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
like
hurts.
red and
Oh.
inflamed.
Man, that really hurts. Oh boy.
That I'm taking care of that too.
All right.
You basically could go through your entire remaining roster of whatever level spell that is. Lesser Restoration is level 2, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I just want to make sure he's not going to die of an infection.
Oh.
I mean, if he was
I
clinic, he
feel
would
like
have died years
if I
ago.
were gonna die of an infection, it would have happened long, long ago.
I think your framework for disease is so negative. It's not dying of infection; it's living of infection. That's the way I like to see it.
I don't know. I don't know how easy it is to share something on the stream, Alina.
Depends on what you want me to do. What's happening?
I would love for you to share the drawing that Lar just sent me.
Oh my god. How will I do that? Where did he send it to?
It's posted on Twitter.
Oh, okay, cool. Laura has paused our stream for sheer awesomeness.
that is okay. It is worth it.
We all have to go look.
Laura is. I think everyone will probably know, but do we want to?
Oh my god! I'm just gonna.
Oh wow!
Holy shit!
Uncle Lar has drawn the sheriff.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I love it.
Perfect.
So good.
It's my persona. Finally, I have a persona.
I'm gonna see if I can share this on the screen.
Pants around his ankles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll carry on while you figure that out. If not, no worries. We can post stuff in the doobly-doo.
So like I feel a special bond with Tromlin now that he's examined me so thoroughly and intimately. Looked underneath all of my most inflamed scales.
Only the
really
best
appreciate it, man.
inflammations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
While this is happening, I'd like to go around and ask everyone to sign my travel scrapbook. Just sign your name.
I definitely sign it, like not even pausing to contemplate that this might be a problem. Oh yeah, sure. And I do the autograph that I always do on all of the stuff that I sign.
Right.
With like Ugna and then like a little skull beside it.
Ugna Bone Crusher.
Yep.
Nice.
It looks like if you handed me anything, I would sign it. At any time.
A baby.
Forehead, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Various body parts.
I want to make I don't know if it would be perception or insight check to see if I can, if anything feels weird about this.
It would be an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. I have very little of that. I'm gonna roll anyway because why not? I'm sure this will fail. But
and I think you're untrained, right, in Arcana?
Yeah, I have like a 2 or something. Yeah, I rolled a 3, so nope, sounds good. I sign it.
Yeah, it's obviously just a big scrapbook.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It even flips to a blank page for you.
This is amazing. I'm signing something and it isn't a citation for public filthiness. It's great.
I rolled a natural 13. I don't know what my modifier is on that. It's untrained.
Oh, for Arcana?
Yeah.
For your int, right?
Tromlin Arcana. You have a +1 Arcana. So
worth a shot.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that you think this is totally normal, but you don't particularly think there's anything magical about it or anything. You're just okay.
I'm gonna try to do the same weird distraction bullshit my granddad does when I try to feed him. Oh yes. By the way, did I ever tell you the time? It just kind of set it down.
Oh, Fernie will 100% lean into your stories. Like he will forget what he was doing too.
Excellent. How about Glorpa?
Glorpa has never signed her name in her entire life, so I'm not sure how this is going to work for him. But she does come up with a twig and just kind of goes like this.
Oh.
Makes a mark.
There's a little bit of mud on the twig, and
like you saw me doing. You're like, oh, I could do that.
yeah, it looked like you went this direction.
Yeah.
So she does that.
Really nice flourish at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very minimalist. Very, very nice. Thank you. How do I pronounce this?
I'm not. It's Glorpa. It's just Glorpa. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, that's how you sign it.
Yeah, let me know if and when you decide to test that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as it is it is remotely socially acceptable to do so, Otto is going to go to bed. Like more or less immediately after eating.
That's fine.
Man, I
Otto sign
can't
the book?
stand that guy.
Oh yeah, I will try and get Otto to sign the book. I don't know if he would do it. Would I have to persuade him if he doesn't want to?
You could attempt to pursue. I mean, he's weirded out and is not sure why you would want him to sign the thing. But he's also a merchant, so he's kind of apprehensive about signing something randomly.
Yeah. Well, I can have him sign a page that's already filled out. Like it is a scrapbook. Like there's nothing. It's definitely a scrapbook. I could show him all of the different adventures and traveling companions.
I actually rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
Arcana check. So I think he's going to respectfully decline. Say,
okay.
Oh no. In fact, he'll actually say, because we'll see what this does. He'll actually say, no. I mean, forgive me. I'm certain you're a lovely person, but there are magics that can be used against one when one signs one's true name. I will decline.
I'm sure this will be fine.
So the only ones who don't sign the book are me and Otto.
Correct.
Cool.
Good. Unless if it counts as signing what Glorpa did.
Yeah, we'll have to.
That's open to experimentation.
I'm looking forward to what winds up dying instead of me, or whatever's supposed to happen.
Well, either way, I will give Otto a mug of sleepy time tea and send him to fucking bed.
He will happily do so.
And I will.
You have absolutely an understanding here that he's like, I hate you, you hate me. I do not live in this world. You do not live in my world. We're going to do the thing that he's doing and never ever see each other again.
We temporarily have to smell each other.
I have no interest in fucking him over. I'm just doing a job, and that's it.
Yep, and you very quickly get the exact same impression from him.
Perfect.
Yep. So you are on the edge of the wild. This is not like super happy safe times, hence the name of the nearby village of Harrow. So you may want to let me know what precautions you are taking as you bed down for the night.
As a rogue, is it possible for me to set up like little warning traps, like bells and ropes and things?
Within reason. It's not very easy to do like everywhere.
No, obviously not. But like the main.
I don't think you have the alarm spell.
I do.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's useful.
Yeah, you actually see Tromlin starting to set up some like string and wire, and you're like,
oh, no, I got this. Don't worry.
I bow to your superior knowledge.
All right. I cast alarm.
Doesn't really bunk down at any point. He's kind of sitting on his bait pail and just reading a book in total darkness, or however dark it is, and looking up and every now and then and smiling at people. And if you give him a chance, he'll tell you a story and won't stop until you actually tell him to stop. But otherwise, he doesn't actually seem to be bunking down for bed or anything. He's just reading.
We should probably do like watch orders.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you doing any sort of watch?
I will do first watch.
Cool.
And whoever is not a spellcaster who wants to do a second watch.
Yeah, we've traveled together before, so it's probably the sort of thing that we have like a routine where Ugna like just throws a bedroll down, puts her head on a pillow, and is like out instantly. And then you wake her at some point during the night, and she'll stand watch.
Okay. I will, however, approach my grandfather when everyone else is asleep, lean in and say, "I've noticed you don't eat."
I eat.
Granddad, please. Granddad, please.
I had that pancake.
You
Something
did
right
not
up.
have the You let Fetid steal the pancake.
Let is a strong word when it comes to fetid and food.
Granddad, all I need to know is this. Should I worry, or are you okay?
You should never worry about a thing when it's grandpa time.
Granddad, I will trust you that you know your body better than I do, and I will not push the matter ever again.
And Barb knew it better than I did. Anyway, off to bed with you. I'll take the watch. Quite all right.
We'll both take a watch. At least we can share stories and fill each other in on our lives.
Yes, it would be very nice.
So yes, first watch.
I would like to hear some of these stories. I know that both of you have a lot of stuff about your lives that could be shared here, so I'm curious.
I will share the tale of how I was basically raised in a brothel after my parents abandoned me.
Oh, I'm gonna tell a funny fishing trip story. A whole boot, no foot in it. Where'd the book go?
So I will point out at this stage that the parents that abandoned Tromlin, you now know who they are, and I do believe that Copernicus is also familiar with them. So are you actually saying anything about your family, or are you just saying I was abandoned on the streets?
Oh, should I say about that? I do know that I have siblings who want me dead.
It's up to you.
I will. You know what? He's my granddad. I'll say, like, yes, I do know that I have siblings, and I know that they apparently want me murdered. There have been attempts.
In every bushel of apples, there's a few bad ones, and in every family, there's a couple of fucking assholes. It happens.
Yep. Apparently, I am the eldest, and therefore I am a threat to inheritance, even though I want absolutely nothing to do with my parents.
Interesting. Have they made any attempts on your life thus far?
I believe that there have been a few.
Well,
none successful. They apparently do not hire the best hitmen. They're going for discount.
Oh, there is definitely a discount side of the family. I'll see if I can reach out through the family tree and find out if there's anything to be done.
I appreciate it. Tell me more about Grandma.
I'll tell a story about a fishing trip where we went to go catch. I don't know what a suitably large and weird thing you shouldn't fish for with a rod, but we tried anyway because we wanted to see if we could get it in the boat.
Like a dragon turtle.
Yeah, dragon turtle. And it probably went horribly, but we probably had a very good time.
A Koatoa who is drunk.
And Barb and Perny were clearly like constantly horny for each other. Like just a lot of the stories at some point they like go behind a bush.
Oh god.
Good.
Honestly, at some point, Trauma says, "Granddad, I love how much you loved her." No, it's very sweet, and also my character has the hedonistic trait.
Yeah.
I have the hedonistic trait, so now I know where I got it from.
Yeah, no, you're unironically into this. You're like, hell yeah, Grandpa.
It gives me hope.
Grandpa could get it.
Yeah.
The apple does not fall far from the
horny
whatever
tree.
Whatever that thing was that it fell from. During these stories, when the two of you are just sitting alone and everybody else has gone to sleep, whenever Copernicus kind of gets really into telling the story and is talking about Barb and really painting, in some cases, unfortunately vivid picture, you will notice trauma. And I'm just using your perception roll from before because I'm giving you some legs for that nat 20.
Thank you.
But when at one point Copernicus is talking about, getting into the bushes because they hadn't caught a fish in a while, and you, out of like the edge of your vision, see like something move in the bushes, and then you turn and look, and there's nothing there. It was very much at the edge of your peripheral vision, and you just kind of go, okay, whatever. And then later he's telling a story about, and then Barb said, and then as he says it, you almost hear like an echo, like almost as though someone was whispering the same words that he's saying to you at the same time.
Is it a feminine voice?
But it's like so whispered you couldn't tell. But it's also not really coming from anywhere specific. It's like an effect on his voice. Like
I think he had some kind of ASMR podcast
in his mouth.
Yep.
And at some other point when he's talking about touching Barb or Barb's caress, you'll feel something like fingers on your skin. Just and like you have a reaction like a bug was crawling on you, but there's nothing there. And yeah, you while some time away with some lovely but very creepy family time.
Very well. Then when it is Ugna's turn, I wake her up. I say, "Good night, Granddad," and as I lay down, I mutter,
"I'll be along to bed in just a minute."
He's not going to be. I'm not. As I lay down, I also mutter, "Good night, Grandma." I have a feeling that she is nearby. And I go to sleep.
Weird.
Okay.
So I imagine morning, dawn rises, and like Ugna and Copernicus have been talking all night. Just funny stories.
I'm assuming there's more than 2 watches, because that's a heck of a night.
Glorf has been kind of just laying there listening because she's so excited about having other people around. So she's been awake the whole time and kind of goes, "Do you want somebody else to sit watch with you?"
Yeah, if you want to do it like a third watch.
Oh, because Copernicus is just going to be awake anyway. I'll just be laying here listening to you either way. It's fine.
If you're doing a watch right now, I'll go back to sleep, and then I'm like instantly back asleep. I just lie down and I'm out. Just wake me up.
So Glorpa kind of snuggles up nearby Perny. Says, "Hey, how's it going?"
"Oh, it has been such a lovely night to reconnect with my family. You know what they say, blood is thicker than water and 7 times more nutritional."
Never heard of the first part, but yes, I agree with the second part.
Why?
So could you tell me a little bit more about Barb and your relationship with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, we both had just adventure in our bones. And when we met, we knew that there would be many adventures ahead, and we had a great grand list of them we wanted to do, and we didn't quite get all the way through it before Barb had to go on. And
could you go back to the part where she's touching you instead? The part where she's...
Oh, yeah, the adventure in our bones. Yes, it was...
Yeah,
we have known each other in all kinds of places, and also in many parts of the world.
Yeah. Your own world.
Yes. Yeah. And to find someone like that with whom you can share so many things is once in a lifetime, no matter how long that lifetime may be.
Mature adventures with each other.
Yes.
That's sweet.
How about yourself? You seem new.
Yes.
How are you dealing with all of it?
It's very exciting. There's hard ground that is not soft, which is unusual and bizarre, and there are people that don't run away screaming, and it's very exciting for me. It's been 60 years of people screaming and running, so this is kind of, I don't really know how to do this, but I'm very happy to be listening.
I think you're doing a really wonderful job.
Yes, thank you. Thanks.
You know, there are some flowers you can only find deep in the swamp, but they are the most beautiful and the most prized.
I've seen them. I've eaten most of them, yes. That's good. Where are we going?
I've forgotten.
Oh, good. I thought it was the only one. Okay.
I think Stone Hump. That's the name of it.
I thought it was, yeah, Stone Ridge. Yeah.
Rain Heath.
You know, there's a word in there. There's 2 words in there, I think. So we're on the same.
He opens his scrapbook, which I'm going to say doubles as my notes that I'm allowed to look at. Stormhill, though, right?
Yes, Stormhill.
Stormhill is correct, yes.
I feel like we could probably do this for our entire watch and not really go anywhere with the conversation for several hours. This is a really good conversational match.
Yeah.
It's just senior time. It's horny senior time.
Am I about to get a new great grandma?
Old folks home.
Oh yeah.
I think you would get this. He's pretty loyal to Barb's memory, but he does like sharing his stories, and he has no problem with other people enjoying them or not enjoying them.
Glorba has no problem hearing about Barb, so it's fine. Is there another watch? Is just 2 watches? I didn't sleep.
No, you would eventually turn over to Lena or to Ugna.
Yeah, you wake me up at some point.
Yeah, eventually you get pretty tired.
I like to think that I'd probably just fall asleep on Prinny with like a little bit of drool kind of smearing on his mixture of drool and mud on his shoulder.
I'll just keep on going with whatever story he was in the middle of.
Good. And I'll jerk awake at some point and be like, "Oh, is it my watch? Oh,
yeah, that sounds good."
Oh, okay. And I'll get up, do a few push-ups, take a brush through my hair, and then I stand like I'm ready to fight something right now. I'm just standing and looking at the dark.
Yep, holding the hammer. For those who have missed it, Ugna's hammer is basically outsized. Ugna has a 1 size larger than normal hammers. This would look like a normal hammer if you were a giant.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can lift this. Yeah, and
it's
then
a monster
she'll
hunter weapon.
Yeah, basically. So she's standing there quite eagerly, waiting to fight the darkness, and she'll get into a conversation, be like, "Oh, so you got some good stories."
All about fighting the darkness.
Oh, do we? I could use some tips. I've never really fought the dark before. I mean, there was this guy who called himself, the Shadow, but that was kind of different.
What was his style like?
Oh, he was real fast. He was hard to hit.
Was he just a stabbing kind, or
Oh yeah,
kind?
Just so many blades. I don't know where he got all those blades from, but he just kept pulling out knives. It's really impressive, actually. And he kept throwing them.
Yeah. Sounds like I'd like to meet this fellow. Quite the characters that my grandson rolls with here. Very, very interesting people.
Oh yeah.
It's good to surround oneself with interesting people.
He's a good baker too. Makes the best puff pastries I've ever tasted.
He's got quite a talent.
I wake up at the mention of puff pastries.
You just do that
instantly.
It's like that thing where the dog is curled up in the dog bed and just the head raises up when there's a food mentioned, just randomly. There don't seem to be any puff pastries.
I go back to sleep.
It's like eyes open, sniff, 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 sniff.
Yeah.
Sleep.
No. Bullshit.
Disappointing.
Are you eventually waking Fetid up for a watch, or are you just gonna carry on?
How 3 watches per night? Isn't that? Yeah. I'll wake him up.
Sure.
I'll wake him up at some point. I'll start making breakfast really early, so he'll be ready for everyone else when they wakes up, and that's what wakes him up.
Yeah.
So before that, then, just because I'm just keeping track of when things are happening. So before that, when you're very, very early in the morning, it's not quite dawn, but you can see a bit of paling of the sky. That false dawn. It's coming a little earlier on. Trying to decide if I'm going to do a perception roll for it. I think I'll start with that. So those of you who are awake, which is both Ugna and Copernicus, can roll me perception.
I'm real bad at this. Oh, but I rolled a 17, so 17.
Excellent, excellent. And how about Copernicus?
I jumped out of my die tower.
Oh,
20 after modifiers.
I'm gonna actually roll a stealth roll to see how. Ooh, that's pretty good. So actually, only Copernicus is gonna get this then. Even the 17 isn't good enough. So you're sort of stretching and sort of pacing around the campsite a little bit, slowly thinking about breakfast soon. Yeah, the sky's getting a little lighter. It's probably going to be time to get everybody up soon. And Copernicus is sitting still by the dead fire, reading in the dark. It's not pitch black because there are, it's outdoors in the wilderness, so the stars are actually pretty bright. But it's not like what you would read by. But
I have not figured that out.
maybe he's just staring at a book. I mean, the page he showed you to sign was blank. Maybe it doesn't have stuff in it.
It's just one of those magic things I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And,
or one of those old people things. You never know.
Old people can see in the dark.
Fact.
That's cats. That's cats, my dear.
I get those confused.
Wait, which ones have retractable claws?
Old people.
Okay.
That's definitely old people.
Always climbing on top of the fridge and hissing
Sleeping all day. They smell weird.
Mm-hmm.
Eat soft food.
Cats. That's cats.
That's definitely cats.
So yeah, you're just kind of looking through your book, and it's been quiet and peaceful. There's been various sounds of nature through the night, sort of the various nocturnal animals rustling or making calls to one another. But this is different. This is more of a feeling than a sound, like the very, very, very minor earth tremor, like something heavy hitting the ground, some distance away in the hills.
Like meteor strike kind of heavy, or like a dump, like a truck drop, a container truck dropping a container kind of heavy.
Like a boulder dropping on the ground.
Okay.
It depends how far away it is, right? If it was closer,
Yeah.
it's something smaller.
Yeah. And we're getting toward morning.
But it happens. Yeah, and it happens more than once is the point. This isn't just like, if this was like a one-off, you might be like, oh, I wonder what that was, and then go back to what you're doing. Okay. But this is like there's a thum that you can just more feel than hear off in the distance, but then there's another one, and then there's another one.
I'm gonna count and see if the intervals are consistent.
Relatively.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna make a note of how long it was and make a little note in my scrapbook so I don't forget. The morning thunes, and then I'll chat with my grandson when he's out from his.
So a little bit after you hear this or notice this, it reaches a point where Ugna is going to hear something crack in the trees not far away from the campsite, not the direction of the road, but the direction of the hills beyond.
Okay, I will turn towards it and stare off into the darkness like I can see it, but hammer ready.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's all just some bushes and trees, but...
Do you see something?
I thought I heard something.
What do your orc eyes see?
Nothing.
Not much.
Absolutely nothing. Just some stars.
You do have dark vision, though, I should point out.
I mean, that's true, yeah. I see trees.
I'm gonna go wake Tromlin.
Okay.
I'd heard a sort of thumping sound in the distance, and it seems Ugna has heard something close to the edge of camp. I just wonder if, it being close to morning anyway, we want to get the party on its feet, so to speak. And
at this point, Fetid, your alarm spell goes off.
Oh, cool.
Did you get to choose when you cast it? And I didn't ask. Did you get to choose when you cast it if only you mentally hear the alarm, or if it's audible to everybody?
Oh, it's audible to everybody.
Okay, in that case, everybody, there's like
what does your alarm spell sound like?
Noise.
Is it like just shrieking rats?
Shrieking seagulls?
It's just a voice going, fuck!
Good.
That works.
It's really useful when, like, the cops are coming.
The bushes go,
gets everybody up. Mm-hmm.
I hit the bushes. They startled me.
Okay, so this means, thanks to the alarm spell, you are not surprised, and you guys can roll for initiative.
Yeah.
It's Dex modifier, right?
Yes.
I got
there are
6.
other modifiers, but I don't think anyone has them. It's
Ugna's
just straight
so
Dex
ready to
for
fight,
everybody.
and I rolled 6.
Of course.
Is that with your +2?
That's with my +2. I rolled a 4.
Oh. So you're ready to fight, but whatever is coming is coming
It's
from the
behind
opposite
me.
side of the.
That is
yeah.
very on brand for Ugna.
You heard
absolutely.
the cracking of the trees, and we're facing that way. But when the alarm goes off, the fuck comes from all around, and you whirl around to face somewhere different.
Ugna, I'm sorry, I rolled a 1, but I have 17 total.
Nice.
17.
Okay, I have to tell everybody, I have not rolled above a
How?
10 in initiative this week.
I think you added
Wow.
the wrong thing.
Dexterity 16?
Oh no, your dex bonus is the 3, the +3.
Oh, guess what? It's a 4 too.
Awesome.
It's a 4.
Great.
That
Good.
means Ugna beat you.
I go faster.
This is,
always
however, a good time to mention to everybody, not that you would necessarily do it now, but just for those who are on the stream, I might have been curious. At the lower left-hand side of the stream, you can see a list of little markers for all of the players' characters' names. This includes a list of inspirations. Everybody has a total of 3 inspirations right now. An inspiration can be spent at any time the player chooses for a reroll. You get inspirations back when I tell you do, usually when you do something really cool and I think you deserve another inspiration. You also have hero points, which you can use to do more substantial things that edit what's going on. You could call to use a hero point because you want to cast a spell that does something a little different than what's listed for the spell cast. Or to say, wouldn't it be just a good idea if there was like a chandelier? I know you already described the room, but what if there was a chandelier that I could swing on? You could spend a hero point for a moment like that. And then the third category, the black tokens. That is where we enter into negotiations and you offer to give me a black token on your character, which I can then spend later to make bad things happen to you. So right now, this is the first initiative roll of the game. I suspect nobody wants to particularly spend anything, but just so that everybody knows, and particularly so that the stream knows, that is a thing that we can do as we go on.
Black tokens are so much fun.
Not right now, they're not.
Nope.
I will always make it interesting. That I promise.
That's not a comforting thing to hear your DM say ever.
Nope.
It'll be super interesting. You mean like the Chinese curse tide, right? Yeah. Good.
What I like about this system is that there's no consequences.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Head first.
Okay, so other initiative rolls. So I've got a 4 from Glorpa. I've got a 6 from Ugna.
Let's see. It's Dex.
Yep.
Dex mod. 21.
21 for Fetid.
I rolled well and
nice.
And you have a lot.
I rolled a natural 1, but luckily I got my modifiers, so that adds up to a 1.
Oh no!
Wow.
Hang on, a bird is eating something she shouldn't.
I rolled a 12. I rolled a 12. It modifies to 15.
So Tromlin's on 15. I had rolled a 10 total for the baddies. And then Ugna with the 6, which is actually not even second last. Glorp with the 4. And Copernicus with the 1. All right. And I just discovered that everybody's character's names has a unique first letter, so that makes it a lot easier for me to keep track of.
Nice.
All right. So, Fetid, your alarm went off. You immediately bolt upright. Something triggered your alarm, and you were aware of roughly where this occurred. You don't need to roll a perception. I'll just say you can kind of hear something large is coming through the bushes in the direction of the hills away from the road.
Something large is coming through the bushes in the direction of the hills away from the road, y'all.
I turn around because I was facing the wrong way.
It actually takes you a moment because you have to stop and you're like, wait, the road is
I'm like
That
north
way.
and
Oh, so it's that way.
north is that
Right.
way.
Wait,
Oh wait, the
so
road.
one of my hands spells north, and the other spells right. Isn't that
No,
how that
your
works?
other north.
And then I spin around until my hands are facing the road, and I'm like, there.
Yes.
That is free. Speech is free. So what else would you like to do with your turn?
I can't actually see what's coming yet.
No, but if you move in that direction, you might be able to.
Yeah. Just want to take a glance over my stuff first. Yeah, I want to. Let's see. Yeah, I'd like to try and get closer so I can see what's coming at least.
For sure. So you can move pretty quick when you want to. I believe you actually have a higher than average movement.
Yeah,
you have a 35.
Yeah.
So you nimbly duck and dodge through the bushes. How careful are you to try and stay hidden from what's coming?
I definitely want to try and stay hidden. If I'm the first person to act, I don't want to.
Then I'll give you a stealth roll on that.
Okay.
And because you're a ranger, you can move pretty much your full speed here without worrying about the stealth. So
okay.
What's your roll?
13. Not great.
Is that with bonus?
That's with bonus. Yeah.
Okay. So you dart off through the bushes to try and get closer to whatever's moving through, and you see a hulking shape in the trees.
Want to see the hulking shapes.
Mm-hmm. And you quickly make out the large objects in the hand. Oh, we just lost Randy.
Oh.
That means we are.
The thing got him. Whatever it is, it got him.
It got him.
The hulking shape got Randy.
Sorry.
He got Albert.
There we go. It's all fixing itself now. No worries.
Good.
Yeah, no, this hulking shape appears to be an ogre or a half giant or some other very large creature carrying a club, and there's another one coming behind it, and they're moving stealthily, but like ogre stealthily, so they're kind of going thumb, crack, and as soon as you spot them, one of them spots you, and it's like,
well, piss.
But that's basically all it can do yet because it's not its turn.
Okay. Can I want to just yell ogres, 2 of them, to the rest of the party.
Yep. You sure can.
And then let's see.
I would say that if you want to take an attack, you could. I wouldn't let you use both of your attacks just because you did the stealth.
I was going to take a pot shot at whatever
you can
the
take a
closest
shot.
one is. Yeah.
Yep. Go for it.
All right.
So as soon as you realize they've seen you, your lightning quick hand pulls an arrow, takes a shot, and you shout out, "Ogres, 2 of them!"
Yep. Rolled a 13. What do I add to that for attacking?
It should. I think I put it on your sheet.
Oh, short bow plus 8, so 21.
Nice.
Yep, that is definitely a hit.
All right. Which one of these is my D6? That's
I will just point out, if you want to, before you take the shot, you can spend a bonus action to put your hunter's mark on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, I would like to do that.
There's no casting roll needed. That's just a bonus action, and you didn't use your bonus action yet, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just adds another D6 damage to the attack.
Oh wow, that's really good actually. All right, so 1d6 plus 5,
and then
8
another D6
plus 2, 10 damage total.
Nice. Okay, that's quite the obnoxious little pinprick for this. It gets an arrow in the shoulder. Actually, you're down low, so it's an arrow. It's an arrow to the knee. I can't help it.
Good.
Yep. And
it has been 1 episode since our last Skyrim reference.
We should have a thing hanging out for that.
A counter. Yeah.
A guard did try and stop your Quaggles from stealing a sweet roll.
Correct.
That did actually happen.
That happened.
True.
Tromlin, you are up. You've heard
So
this ruckus, the yell of ogres.
I turn to Ugna, and I touch heroism.
Ooh,
Excellent.
fancy.
So I assume you're willing for this.
I'm actually pretty used to this. I think this is how we fight normally.
Probably, yeah. So you will be immune to fright, and you gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of
Every round.
of your
And that's a
So
that's a
good.
+4.
Yeah, +4. So +4 each round, and then I'm going to take a position in front of Otto to protect him.
Okay. I am going to say that Otto goes next because I never actually rolled for him, but I'll make him on the 10, but before the ogres. So Otto, of course, has woken up from all this shouting and is looking just absolutely terrified and will huddle behind you.
Good. I'd rather him do that, to be honest.
He pulls out, or he goes scrambling into his bag and basically manages to get out a small hand crossbow, and that's basically as far as he gets. And next is the ogres. So Fetid, an ogre that is unhappy about the arrow in its knee, is going to attempt to play Quaggle golf with his club.
Hooray. Wouldn't be the first time.
And he swings and misses twice.
Nice.
His friend is going to swing over your head as well. You're just so damn small.
Yep.
They're not
That's
used
true.
to this. But then with his second attack, he is going to connect.
Balls.
Hopefully he did not connect. Actually, you don't have any balls, so it's okay.
That's true. Well, I mean,
They're
I
all
do, but they're
internal.
up inside the body cavity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Club
they're
to
not.
the
They're not
cloaca.
external.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in the cloaca. Not in the cloaca.
Ah.
That's your new. I don't know.
Now,
about
like
this.
the thing about getting kicked in the cloaca is then it swells shut, and that's a real problem.
At least you don't have to worry about egg binding.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, good content. Okay, so you take 13 points of damage.
Ow. Okay.
And are going to be sent flying due to the difference in size here.
Uh-huh.
So you basically have been golfed in across. So basically, you all saw
Yes, let's
Fetid
jolf.
dart into the bushes. Shout out ogres, 2 of them. You heard the twang of a bowstring. You hear the shout of the ogres and a bunch of crashing of like various great clubs striking various trees and bushes, and then you see Fetid go just arcing across the clearing that you're camping in with like a howl. And potentially, I mean, I think he's probably on the green. It was a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
It was a chip. It was a chip shot.
Yeah, like no hooking on that one. Just
yeah. Thankfully it wasn't like a pitching wedge because that would really hurt. It was like a 2-wood or something. And that means Ugna is up.
Well, now that I am facing the correct direction.
Oh, you have no doubt of the direction now
No.
because you have
and
the
you just
reverse
saw your small friend
trajectory
get engulfed.
Yeah, that made me mad actually, because
You
I'm
sort of,
I'm used to
calculate
people
the
beating on bigger
angle.
people. That's fine. That happens in the pit all the time. But to hit a Quaggle, that's
fucked up.
That's fucked up. You just don't do stuff like that. Come on. So Ugna is gonna yell her battle cry. Which, I will crush your bones, and charge at these ogres.
Okay. And yeah, you know where to go, so you crash through the trees and clearly can close with them.
Excellent.
They are definitely within your
my movement.
Your 30.
Excellent. Well, then I have rolled a 15 plus 8 to hit.
Nice. That is
that'll do
definitely going to hit.
That'll do it.
That's
I'm doing my two-handed with my hammer because I didn't have time to get out my other weapons.
Do you want to use any of your tricks? I know many of them you can decide after the blow.
That is true. These
but you
guys
could,
are
for
real
example,
big.
attempt to do a
Ooh, I could
power
do a disarm
attack.
or a power attack. Disarm would probably be useful because then they can't hit my friends as hard.
With their clubs.
Yeah.
Okay, well you can roll
those clubs
first.
hurt, man.
You can choose after the attack then.
I did in fact connect with that one, and I have done 7 plus 7 damage, so 14. 14 bashing.
You get to add your superiority die to the damage.
Oh heck, right.
So roll an extra d8.
Holy smokes, I need to get out a d8.
And then tell me the total damage because I missed it. I'm going to randomize whether this is the one with the arrow in the knee. Just because you wouldn't have seen which one that is.
So that's 18
I should have
total.
said that while I was flying overhead.
It was this one!
I shot the guy on the left! So, you know, saying the guy on the left probably wouldn't help you very much, would it?
I don't know left.
Mm.
So that's 18 bashing.
So 18 damage, nice.
Yep.
As you connect with the Hammer of Doom. And that included your damage bonuses? Oh, it's on your sheet. Yeah. Oh, and you are doing the two-handed, so you did a D10.
I did a D10, right? Yep.
Good.
And I'm doing that disarming attack, so I'm going to hit him
so
in
you did,
such a way
hit him,
that he drops that hammer. Or he drops his club.
You successfully smash the hammer right out of his hands. Oh, sorry, he has to make a strength save before drop the hammer. So he actually has a pretty good shot at this. Yeah, he made it. He manages to hang on to the hammer. He takes the extra damage, though.
Yep.
As you smash his hands up real good. And you have a second attack.
A second attack, on which I have rolled a 10, but that's 18.
Quick double check, but I think that hits. Yes.
Cool. So 13 damage this time.
And you're not doing anything fancy with this one?
Nah, just hitting him.
Cause smash. He takes extra damage here. So that was 28, you said?
18 for the first one and 15 for the second.
18 and 15, right. Okay. And next it's Glorpa.
All right. So I've never cast a spell before. This is all new to me. But Lane, forgive me, I have no idea. I'll say that it's Glorpa's fault because she doesn't understand how you pay for things. I forgot that you need to have things in order to cast spells. So I don't know what.
No, you don't. You don't.
Oh.
So you have the staff of you that you have is a spellcasting focus, and it allows you to cast without material components.
This is very cool. I love it. I'm actually just gonna roll a level 2 spell and hold person, and because I'm a higher level, I can do both of them.
You would know that these guys count as monsters, though. I think.
Oh,
Let me double check. I think actually maybe I'm wrong. Ogres are considered humanoids, right?
Are ogres people? This is not a problematic question whatsoever.
I'm opposed to it.
It's true. Yeah, I'm going to say that I don't see why they wouldn't count. So yeah, go for it.
Humanoids. Okay, all right. I am. What is the process like? What would I look like trying to? I want to know what Glorpa looks like while she's doing this.
The cosmetic of this casting the spell is basically up to you. You're brandishing your staff at them because that's your spellcasting focus. But beyond that,
cool.
It's up to you.
Holding a person is how you decided to set off on your great adventure in the first place. This feels like a fitting way.
It's on brand. All she wants to do is hold people, really. So, do I have to roll for anything? Do I just say hold person?
No, I have to make a saving throw. But the first question is, are you dropping a 3rd level spell slot so you can get both of them?
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
If you cast it at normal, which is at the 2nd level, you only get one of them. But if you cast it as a 3rd level slot, you can get both of them.
Oh, God, yeah, that's great. I don't think I did not have those all filled anyway, so.
Yeah, you have 3 3rd level spell slots, so you could easily do that.
Okay. Is one of them.
Okay, so I will make their saving throws. So they get a wisdom
That's
saving
cool.
throw.
Oh, but they're
not great at
ogres.
this. Yeah, this is not their
They're
thing.
not good at
What's
this.
your spell DC? At the top of your spell list, there's a spell save
Six-
DC.
Yeah, it's 16.
16. That is
Nice.
a lot. That is a lot.
I'm good for some things. This is actually it.
Okay.
It's just one thing.
I rolled very well, but still not good enough for one of them. But the other one made it. So one of them is held. So basically, I'll randomize which ones. Okay, so the one who hasn't acted yet, the one that that Glorpa, or the one that Ugna is not pounding on with the hammer, it fails the saving throw. So he's got a club raised to clobber Ugna and basically freezes in place.
Honey, no.
You have to concentrate to keep this spell going.
Oh, okay.
But
That's what
you can now do that. You can now continue to concentrate on the spell and hold him for up to a minute.
Cool. I'll think about it real hard.
Combat time is a long time.
Yeah, it's like 6 rounds, right?
That's like, I think it's like 10.
Yeah.
Or no,
Oh, it
it's
is
like
6
10
seconds.
I can't remember if a round is 6 seconds or 10 seconds in 5th
It
ed.
used to
I don't
be
know what
6,
edition it is.
but that's only 4th edition that
Yeah,
I'm
they keep-
familiar enough with.
3.5 is 6 of them in a minute.
So next is good old Funkle Perny.
Yeah. So, question. If I was going to cast Everard's Black Tentacles and I don't want the area of effect to affect my friends, can I make it careful? And do I have to do that when I cast it, even if they're not in the area of effect when it starts?
Correct.
Okay.
And you spend one of the points on your magic ring to do this.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast a careful Everard's Black Tentacles on trying to not have any of my friends in it to begin with. A 20-foot square of tentacles on the 2 ogres. And to cover himself, because this isn't weird or creepy to see tentacles rise out of the swamp, Perny's gonna say, "Oh, I think I hear something in the water." As if this is not him. And if I can flavor it, I would like them to be almost like a pail of bait worms, like bait worms rising up,
Nice.
swirling all around.
They are very worm-like. They are, however, still
Definitely
like horrendous black shadow tentacles.
Yeah.
Good.
Not worrying at
they're-
all.
There are black shadow tentacles that are worm-like. Let me just double check
Some
here because I
dire
believe
shadow night crawlers.
Yeah, so this doesn't make people immune to it or not in the area. It makes the people you have chosen are automatically making their saving throws.
Okay, I'm gonna do that anyway, just in case someone ends up wandering into it.
But it's good because this is one of those ones where you take it's all or nothing. So if you make your saving throw, you're completely unaffected by it. So that is a good thing to do for your friends.
Yeah. And is there a way to cast the 20-foot square so that no one but the ogres is in it right now?
No, because Ugna is like right in there, but Ugna will be immune because you've designated. I'm assuming that the people you're designating are your friends.
Yeah, I think that Ugna would still take 3d6 damage at the beginning.
Oh,
no,
friends.
because it's a saving throw.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep.
So Ugna and the ogres.
I start hopping and I go, oh, the floor's worms now. Floor's worms.
Yeah. The earth erupts beneath you into these shadows of darkness of giant worms that are now thrashing about. And everybody makes a dex save who's in there, except you.
Me.
You automatically make yours.
I'll hop from one foot to the other and then realize that they're not actually hurting me, and then I'll just stop and like plant my feet again, ready to swing.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1 for the first saving throw.
Nice.
Good.
No.
Not great. And I rolled pretty good for the second, but not good enough to exceed your spell save DC. Dex saves aren't the thing ogres are known for. So yeah, please roll your 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
13.
Oh, actually, is this a spell that you can cast at a higher level? Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think I'm maxed out on that one.
Yeah. Oh, it's a level 4 spell anyway, so you would be casting at level 4, so it'd be the same. Yeah. Okay, so 3d6 bludgeoning damage. How much did you do?
13. Good rolls.
13 damage to each of these ogres. And also, They are restrained.
Yeah, so
by
they
the
have a whole
tentacles.
person, or one of them has a whole person on it, and then one.
Yeah,
of them,
one is like super restrained. It's like
yeah.
hold personed, and I shouldn't have even given it a deck save. You can't deck save while you're held. Although let me double check whether that breaks the hold person. I don't think it does.
I was assuming that we were gonna double down. And my hope is that they get trapped in the area of effect. And
yeah, it seems like they'd stack.
Do anything about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happened. Fetid, you are in a shrub some distance away.
All right, I want to get up, and let's see. Are they still within arrow range from where I landed?
Yes,
okay,
for sure. I think the short bow range is like significant. Let me double check whether you have a disadvantage or anything at your. Short bow, right?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, it's got to be a short bow. What am I thinking of? You're right.
Yeah, I'm a short boy. Yeah.
Yeah, 80 is the base
Okay,
range.
yeah.
You're
no,
fine.
We're good. All right, and let's see. I took extra attacks, so I get 2 attacks if I don't do anything else, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
All right. Can I see the one that Alina has been that Glorpa or Ugna has been beating on?
Yeah, you can see them both now.
All right. I would like
sure
to.
Of their position.
I would like to target the one that Ugna is beating on.
So I believe that your fighting style allows you to shoot into melee. Yes.
Yeah, I think we specifically took that so I would not be shooting my friends by accident.
Yeah. So you have
only on purpose.
Yeah, if you miss, then there is a chance that something could happen, but
sure.
The trick is don't
try
miss.
not to. Yeah. All right. So first roll. 14 plus 8, 22.
That is a hit.
Do I roll the second one now or the damage for the first one?
You should roll again because you have advantage to shoot at restrained people.
Oh, yeah. That is a lower roll.
Okay, so you take the better one. So go ahead and roll the damage because maybe that's the end of that ogre.
Is this the same guy that Is this the same guy that I marked?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Oh, that's not great. 6 plus 4, so 10 damage for that first shot.
Nice.
Second shot, 16 and 8, 24.
That will hit also. But roll again because you never know. You might nat 20 on the advantage.
What did I get?
You might crit.
Nope. Lower again. So great. 7 plus 6. Nice. 13 for that second shot.
Okay. That ogre is looking extremely unhealthy, having been smashed repeatedly by a giant hammer and filled full of arrows.
I'm going to stay in the bush where I landed.
Yeah,
it seems safe in here.
I like this bush.
It's nice. We're friends now.
It's a good bush.
It partially broke my fall.
And that would be Trauma up next.
I'm going to cast Sleep.
I think you're good. I'm just going to double check the hit dice limitations.
Anything though that creatures within 20 feet, starting with the lowest hit points.
Right. It just adds up to hit dice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's no limit on it in this edition. So go ahead and roll your 5d8.
I'm going to roll it in our Discord dice roll room.
Sure.
There's a bird on
like
the floor.
An online.
27 points.
27 points of damage. And I'm just double checking whether it's like current hit points.
It goes like who has the lowest hit points right now. Lowest current hit points.
Yeah, affected in ascending order of their current hit points. Right, okay. I just wasn't sure if it was based on their full hit points or what they've got left. So it's actually more useful to cast this on creatures that have already been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you are going to put that ogre that's been heavily beat on to sleep.
Good. One less.
Because that ogre is definitely got less than 27 hit points left. But there is not enough to put the second ogre, who's barely been damaged, to sleep.
Hey, one of them's out of combat.
Oh, yes.
That's
nice.
And so the ogre, Tromlin, says some magical words and gestures, and the ogre that you've been beating on, Ugna, and who's been shot with a couple of arrows, kind of does a slumps and is basically held by what looks like actually probably a fairly comfortable nest of horrendous otherworldly black tentacles.
It's pretty cozy, actually.
Aww.
Yeah.
The other one is still standing there with its club in the air, not moving. But it's its turn now, and it gets to make another saving throw. So let's see if it breaks out of the hold.
I imagine it doesn't matter, but did Otto get to go?
Otto
automatically.
His turn pissing his pants.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'm pretty sure that's a free action.
No, Otto probably isn't as confident with his skill as Fetid, so he's not going to take a shot into melee with his hand crossbow. He's basically sitting there with his hand crossbow, waiting to get a clear shot at something.
Good, that's smart.
Yeah, he's not stupid. He just doesn't like you guys.
But
I mean, that's why we know he's smart.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's how we know he's got good taste.
He likes it enough not to shoot into combat and risk hitting one of us, because that would get him killed.
So the ogre does not manage to break free, and it is this point that a third ogre pushes two trees apart that were in its way previously, sees what's going on, and gives a yelp of disbelief, frankly, and is going to take a swing at Ugna's head.
Does he enter the tentacles at any point?
He's about to.
Okay. Remember that when you enter the tentacles may... I'm not going to finish the sentence.
May, in fact, enter you.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hentai nap. Hentai.
Oh, no.
Okay. So two things happen. The two things are that the ogre has rolled two things quite well. So the ogre is made a dex save and managed to avoid being bludgeoned by the tentacles.
Over here.
And also he has exceeded the armor class of Ugna.
I've got a 17, so he rolled real good.
Not great on the hit, but he's an ogre and has a large number bonus. But the dex save was far more impressive because his dex save bonus is not good. Yeah, he is successfully hitting you for. This is a power attack, so he's basically going to give you advantage to hit him in melee in exchange for.
Well, that's a bad idea.
Doing of extra damage. Yeah,
cool.
But he's not that bright. So I have a total of 20 damage.
I'll take it.
That he has caused you as he smashes this club into your breastplate.
I have been hit worse.
And it's your turn.
Yesterday.
I fought a giant yesterday, so these guys are chumps.
You fought a giant with your bare hands.
Yeah. I'm not afraid. That made me mad. So I am going to take a half step back through the worms.
Pardon me, worms.
Really wind up a little bit, and then power attack at this dude.
Ooh. So you are also going to be granting advantage.
It's fine. I can take a hit. So that is a 19 to hit.
Excellent.
I'm getting real Pacific Rim vibes from this fight now.
Yeah, now.
Just kaiju.
Sure.
Just kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 15 plus 3, 18 damage Plus it's a power attack. What do I get?
Plus 5 damage for the power attack.
Yep.
Oh, that's
So the
just
power
a flat
attack
damage bonus.
It's
That's
a,
cool.
it's a
23.
it's a minus to hit, but plus to damage. But you rolled well enough that you are successful.
Nice.
And it's considered reckless, so there's a advantage to people attacking you in exchange. So what was your total damage, please?
23.
That is quite a bit of damage on this new guy.
That's a fair bit of damage.
Indeed. And are you doing anything else? Because you can.
I have
after the
another attack.
You also have.
I could do another attack.
You also still have superiority points if you want to spend any of them.
That is true. I was. Oh yeah.
Because you only spent one, you still got 4 more.
That is true. Oh no! I was gonna do grappling strike, but I'd have to drop my hammer.
You dropped grappling strike.
Oh, that's right. This is my old character sheet.
You would just do a grapple. You would just do a grapple.
Nope, I'm just hitting this guy again. Just hit him in the face.
You could do a pushing attack, do extra damage, and shove him somewhere, or you could do a feinting attack, but that would give you advantage on the roll. You could potentially roll again and get a 20.
It's true.
And add damage. But you're just going to save that and go for
I'll save that. I don't think I need a lot of help hitting this dude.
Second attack, go for it.
All right, that is 11. Plus 8 is 19. 11 plus 8 is 19.
Don't forget, by the way, new round, you've got your extra plus 4 temporary hit points.
Oh god, that's right. I'll add that to my
sheet. You've gained a total of 8 so far.
Yep. This is another power attack.
You might as well. You've already given up advantage.
I have. I might as well.
Yep. Remember the minus 5 to hit, though.
Yep. Oh, so I was 18, so now it's 13.
With this hit or with the previous one?
With this current hit.
That still hits.
Sweet.
Not a high armor class on ogres.
17. And plus 5. 17 plus 5.
Damage?
Yep.
So 22?
22.
Holy crap. Okay, so you just did 45 points of damage this round.
In one round.
Yep. With just some like overbearing smashing strikes of this
two-handed
hammer.
This is what Ugna does.
You're basically saying you crushed his bones.
Yeah.
It does
And that's how you make your bread. That's how you make your money.
Actually, literally, yes. Correct.
It does look a lot like people driving railroad spikes, except there's a person on the other end. Glorpa, do you want to do anything other than concentrate on your hold?
Oh, good point. Okay. So I don't know what I can do while I'm concentrating.
You can cast any spell that does not require concentration.
Oh, okay. All right.
So any spell that you have that's a one-off, like your acid arrow, or like you've got cantrips, infestation.
So any kind of health one is, I'm assuming concentration, or do I have?
Healing spells are usually not concentration, because anything that sort of just happens once and it's done is not a concentration spell.
Okay, I couldn't quite get all the numbers. Which I'm assuming fetid is the most damaged out of all of us, right?
I'm not really. I feel comfortable with where I am right now. I'm far enough away, and I took 1 hit, but I've still got 32 hit points left. So I don't think I need healing right now.
Ugna has taken the most, but Ugna does not seem to be slowed down by it.
Well, damn. I didn't really think of much else to do.
Let's see here. You could just cast your acid arrow and do some damage. You could also do a wild shape.
Use acid arrow after all. I knocked it down.
That wasn't that was one of the ones you got for free.
Oh,
being a swamp witch.
I love being a swamp witch. This is the best. What does acid arrow do? I forget.
It's just a straight up attack.
What is it? What is it like?
So you roll a spell attack. So you've got a spell attack bonus on your character sheet.
Oh. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
You make that ranged attack, and if you hit, then the target takes a bunch of acid damage.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. All right, that sounds really fun.
You can also cast it at higher levels to do more damage.
Wow. Okay.
But you've already spent 1/3 level, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at 3rd level. Because I have a feeling after
this is a 2nd level. This is only a 2nd level slot.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a 3 there. Gotcha. 2nd. All right. Do I just roll a d20?
Yep, and then add your spell attack bonus, which is at the top of your spells.
Got it. It is 15.
I think it's
total.
an 8 for your.
You
plus.
got it. Yeah.
That'll hit. They only have an armor class of 13, so.
Sweet. Do I just sit back and watch it happen?
Yeah, you can now roll your damage, which is 4d4.
Oh, nice.
Damn. All right. I'll take that.
And
Like
then
a
it takes
baby fireball.
another 2d4 on its next turn.
Oh God.
Maybe I'll keep this. I don't know.
That's a good spell.
4, 6, 7 for the 4d4.
And this is the same one that Ugna is wailing on?
Oh yeah, I didn't even pick one. Out of reaction.
The others are asleep and held.
Yeah, I'm on that third ogre that popped out. That's the one that we're doing, right?
Yeah, so 7 damage this round, and it'll take another 2d4 next round from you. And we're on to Copernicus.
So the Everard's Black Tentacles does damage on their turns, like if they have their turn tentacles.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I'm just double checking. Yeah, when they start their turn there. So I got to roll for the. So I already rolled for him when he entered, but the 2 who were already in it, roll, and neither of them can make a save, so they just take the damage. So roll your damage. Okay. One of them is held and one is asleep, so no dex saves allowed.
Oh yeah, 15.
15 damage. So the one that's asleep will be awakened by this damage.
Yeah.
However, he will also be killed by this damage.
I'll take that deal.
So he is awake to death.
Nice.
I mean, I've been there.
I'm glad you did that because if you hadn't, that was going to be my plan for my next round. So.
Just up to the 75 damage.
Yeah.
So yes, he falls asleep, and that comfortable looking bed of tentacles that was holding him aloft looks a lot less comfortable as they continue to pummel and pull, and the body of the ogre sinks into the shadow and vanishes.
Oh, cool.
Like I said, it's a hentai now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Into some shadow dimension of some sort. The one that is held takes the 15 damage, and I would believe, I don't think he gets another saving throw. I think he just stays held until he gets. Yeah, nope, just on his next turn, he doesn't get any other. No, make a save when you take damage.
No, yeah.
So it is back to the top.
No, that was just I'm just so.
Right. That wasn't your turn.
That wasn't your turn.
That wasn't even your turn. That was just an ongoing effect. So what else would you like to do?
So I haven't done concentration in 5e before, but I can cast another spell as long as it doesn't involve concentration.
Correct.
Okay, and all of the ogres are already in the tentacle mass. There's no one that I can pull into the party.
Not that you can see, not that you've noticed. Just
not
these 2.
that I can see.
Well, because the third one came out.
Has been noted, sir. Okay. Can I? How does readying an attack work in 5e? Can I prepare an attack for if any of them come out of the bushes? I'm gonna try and use a spell to pull them in. Cantrip.
You can if it's if it's a spell that is a single action cast, that you can do that.
I just
want to. It's not a concentration spell. Yes, you can just prepare. Save your hold my turn until.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna hold my turn until another ogre shows itself, and then try and. Because there's now an open spot in the tentacles because it's only 20 feet, which is 4, but one of them just died, so I could bring someone in to stand on the.
Bring a friend.
Okay.
You can phone a friend.
I'm gonna hold
a horrible way. So I assume you're preparing to hold your chill touch.
Yeah, and do the grasping one. So if an ogre comes
with the blood magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna blood magic it into the pile of tentacles.
So you have pulled out the knife. So Copernicus now has pulled out of his boot. I'm assuming from the drawing because that's what I can see. This jet black dagger, long sharp blade. Everything about it is just jet black. The blade, the hilt, and everything. It just. The light sinks into it somehow, and it just looks wrong. It looks like a weird glitch in the CG of this reality.
Yeah, my grandpa had one of those too.
And Copernicus is just going to say, "Oh, oh no, I don't know where all these tentacle swamp monsters came from that are naturally occurring, but I'd best be ready to defend myself. And then he holds the knife over his own palm, waiting and staring into those bushes.
Okay. And then we are back to the top of the round, and it is fetid.
All right.
There's a new target.
Yeah.
And there's still a held ogre who's just.
Can I move my hunter's mark to new targets? Yes. All right. I want to move it
bonus
to
action.
I want to do that and move it to the third guy who showed up and tried to fuck with Alina. All right. First attack. 16 plus 7. 8. Yeah, that'll hit.
That will hit a
16
lot.
plus 8, 24.
You can roll again in case you roll a natural 20. Because
yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah.
This ogre isn't held, but it is acting recklessly, and you gain it.
Right. All right. Not on that one. So damage 10, 13 damage for that first shot.
Excellent.
Second attack. 11, 8, 19.
That will hit.
I was one off on my other one. Got rolled a 19. All right.
Only it was 30.
3, 5, 8 plus 5, 13 on that shot too.
Nice. Just getting full of arrows.
Yep.
First an acid arrow and then some other arrows. Meg is just like, okay, I live here now.
Mm-hmm. She's helping.
Yep.
She's so snuggly. I think she may be molting finally.
Thank God.
Ollie's molting. It's horrible.
Dog feathers all over the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. He has short hair, but there's so much of it. Ugh.
Oh, there's feather out there.
Some little boys are molting also.
Oh no.
Nice.
That's like the biggest. That's one of the biggest feathers they have.
They are now by my camera, so you may see a green butt in front of the screen.
They've decided that the
yeah, they're no longer terrified of the green screen.
Yeah, they were very, very afraid of that new thing.
This is like when the velociraptors learned to open doors. Like the one thing you had.
Yep.
Protecting me. Like, uh-oh.
Except they are very, very small velociraptors.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is back to Tromlin.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Excellent.
On the new friend who showed up, because I don't like him. He's an asshole.
He says the feeling is mutual.
Good. I hope your mother's disappointed in you.
He's about to be. That's for sure.
My attack modifier is a +6, or is that
Yep.
just on my? Okay, then 25.
Actually, hang on a second. I think your attack modifier is higher than that. It's a +7. Your spell attack bonus.
Then it's a 26.
And are you casting this as a first level, or are you casting this as a second?
First level.
Okay, so on a hit, target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the next attack made against this target has advantage.
Oh, nice.
Because I lit him up.
Yep. So roll your 4d6 damage.
Oh, 6s. Oh.
Wow.
That's 18 plus 5. That's 23.
Jesus Christ.
We may not need another attack on that guy.
What god are you worshiping right now? Whatever god it is, they don't like this guy.
This guy said some shit, and they're mad about it. And,
so this is the party god, right? So there's like a spray of radiant, the radiant damage also has like glitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
it's like those little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that sound when you cast the guiding bolt. It goes, and there's a spray of golden radiant glitter, and just a flicker of a party hat on his brow as he takes the damage.
I like that.
Yeah, that's it for him. He wasn't looking great with the new pincushion arrows in him, but now he basically slumps to his knees as the acid continues to burn him. And basically that's, again, begins to disappear into the ground, into the shadows, leaving only the one held like that, who now it's his turn, can attempt to make a wisdom save to get out of this, and finally makes it.
That's impressive for an ogre.
16. Yeah, I rolled a 16, which is almost enough by itself. Well, it is enough by itself, but then he's got like a +1. So he kind of wrenches free of the magic holding him and follows through with the swing and attempts to smash his club.
He still has to make his tentacles.
Yeah, he's gonna. I was gonna roll it after he does it down, but I'll do it now. What's your spell save DC?
I think 15.
Okay, he makes it. So he manages to not be restrained, and he smashes his club into Ugna, but is not going to do any damage because Ugna has too high of an armor class.
Well armored.
So smashes the club into Ugna's
I just ride
armor, and Ugna's gone. But having done so, basically turns and bolts to try and get free of this crazy magic that is destroying his friends. Not to mention, like, that gripped him and made him unable to move and was not great.
As he watched us murder his friends.
Can I use my held action to pull him back into
Yes, you certainly can.
Yeah.
All right, so for what this appears to be is all of a sudden Grandpa like lurches into action and he casts his fishing rod hook at the fleeing and an otherworldly I don't know, you can
like
describe it.
Yeah, a spectral like a spectral bone, almost like a skeletal hand that has been formed into a hook shape. It's got it looks very much like a big fish hook. Goes flying through the air like ethereally. You almost get the sensation that it's moving through water as it goes through space, and it hooks into his shoulder, like the hand is clutching and the barbed hook is like it basically does this and sets the hook, and it yanks the ogre back.
Should I roll?
Directly into you need to make the roll to hit because there is a hit roll involved.
All right, so I use my spell attack bonus.
Correct.
And I'm definitely gonna inspiration this if I fail, and I can inspiration after I fail, right? I don't have to proactively.
Yes, you can. Yes.
That is a really worn out number. I actually can't tell what it is. It's 2 digits, so it's at least okay. It's a 6, so then that's 16
you're good.
plus. Yeah.
You're good.
20 something.
So you are very, very good. So you absolutely, and you can all kind of sense from the clutching of this bone fish hook that it is like painful.
Good.
And Grandpa's just gonna yell, "Oh, Grandpa's got a big one!" Haul him backwards into the tentacles.
And he like flies backwards from like, and there's no fishing line, there's no line between you, but as you're sort of moving this this magic rod, I guess, it's actually like the spectral fish hook bone hand thing is yanking on him. So yeah, let me I forget the damage on that.
Right, me too.
So you can roll your damage is 2d8.
We've all been very good, and not a single one of us has made a Grandpa spectral rod joke.
Well, is this grasping or repelling? Repelling is that it pushes target 10 feet.
It would be he's moving away from you. So it's got to be grasping.
It's got to be grasping. Okay, so actually I have to touch grapple's target is what it says. I don't know what that means.
Oh, so okay, yeah, then, so make the damage roll, but then he will actually, I will roll against the spectral hand to determine if it pulls him or if he has the strength to resist it, basically.
Okay. Give me a sec to look up.
So roll your 2d8 damage from the necrotic touch.
Man, I've been rolling really well in the damage rolls. 8 and 4 is 12.
12 damage. I was like, why has this guy got so much damage? He's dead already. That's the one you already killed. All right, that's the one you just damaged. And
this is the one Grandpa's about to kill.
Okay, so the ogre has rolled an 11 plus strength athletics is going to be a +7. So that's going to be a total of 18. But I have rolled for you, actually I'm going to get you to roll it. So roll and add your spell attack bonus. And this will be your grapple.
26.
Excellent. That beats an 18. So the spectral hand is definitely strong enough to force this ogre backwards. And he is yanked back in. I am going to make him roll his saving throw with disadvantage because he has been grappled. So his dex save, and it's a damn good thing you gave him disadvantage because one of my rolls was a nat 20, but the other was a 9. So you have successfully hit him with the tentacles. So roll your 3d6 tentacle damage.
Fucking tentacle grandpa.
Good times. 5, 1, and 5. That's 11.
Okay, and he is restrained by the black tentacles.
I was prepared for blood magic grandpa. I was not prepared for eldritch tentacle grandpa.
It's just his fishing equipment.
We should point out that before he cast the spell, he took the knife and drew it across his palm and basically squeezed blood onto the fishing rod when he cast it.
For all our viewers at home, I also just want to add, so like directly through a very thin door there is the laundry room I share with my landlady / neighbor, who has been coming in and out throughout this combat, and just hearing snippets of like, so then the tentacles arise, and then me doing an old man voice, and she does not know that I play D&D. So at some point we're gonna have a fun conversation about this.
Good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Who is this old man in your suite?
So that was their turn. So Ugna, the ogre attempted to flee you on his turn, but he has been forcibly unfleed and is now still right in front of you, and it's your turn.
I'm looking down at it. Well, I'm looking up at him because he's big, and I'll be like, "Do you still want to keep fighting? Are you sure?"
Oh,
he is like clutched with these black tentacles and does this.
Oh, okay. Are you? If we let you go, are you just gonna go away and leave us alone and not eat anybody? Okay. And I'll look back at everybody and go, "He's okay. Let him go."
Well, that's entirely up to Everett and his black tentacles.
And then I will hold the rest of my action in case we let him go and he attacks us again.
Don't forget you have 4 more hit points too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, man.
You're temporary hit pointed almost back to normal. So.
Yeah, I'm like just about back at full.
So you can dismiss the tentacles at will, Copernicus. Do you choose to do so?
All right, so I'm just going over my flaws because his sort of he's into blood magic, and sometimes he really forgets to embrace the magic of life, and he's just focused on the blood. So I don't know if there should be and then also he's kind of got some voices whispering in his ear a little bit. So I don't know. Grandpa probably wants to let go, especially because he wants to make a good impression on these people, and we seem to have agreed that they can go. But
I would happily have you roll a will save.
Okay.
Which is wisdom.
12. Just wisdom? Nothing else?
No, your wisdom saving throw. So whatever that is.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so then 15.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I think that Copernicus can act as he chooses here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He can go.
Right. So there's a pause. There's a hesitation, and then the tentacles, the worm things back down into the earth.
Avocado.
Oh, it's avocado time. Yay.
He was trying to get around the camera, but he couldn't figure out how.
Oh.
Bird logic.
He was like really close to falling off a couple times. Oh no, now the other one wants to go.
So are you? So he, as soon as the tentacles are gone, the ogre is like just is not even picking up his great club. He's just bolting into the trees.
I will let him.
I will turn to Otto, kneel down, and say, "And this is why I chose them."
Very good. Yes. Well. Yes. Shall we be on our way then?
Yes, I think we shall. Although, let's loot those bodies.
I don't.
Okay.
Are there any bodies left?
I enjoy
That's a good question.
There are, in fact, 2 ogre bodies left after the shadows have passed. Those bodies both have been flayed open.
Oh, cool.
So there are basically like wide open rib cages full of exposed organs and shreds and tatters of the leathers and hides that they were wearing. There's definitely like whatever stuff they had in pouches and pockets and so forth are there.
And their organs.
I'm gonna go.
But also their organs.
And then like look down at my boots to make sure I don't have any worms on me still, because they might eat me.
The worms have disappeared as though they never existed.
Oh wow.
Now here's a question.
Swamp creature that was certainly did a number on these fellows. We best be careful.
Mm-hmm. So question, how do orc steaks taste?
Are you asking
mean
me?
ogre? You mean ogre steaks?
I thought we were all asking Fetid. I was expecting Fetid to jump in mouth first.
No worse than anything else, but they are sentient beings, and some people have issues with that sort of thing.
Fair enough. I will remove a sharp tooth from each one, just for souvenir. Why not?
Yep.
Fuck them. They don't deserve my respect.
Some ogre teeth.
I want to check their pockets for any money.
I mean, I was gonna say,
anything,
yeah, I was gonna say pretty nothing significant. Yeah. However, because it is Fetid and Glorpa that are both here, there are various shiny objects.
That's what I was
gonna ask. They are not worth anything.
No, they
are.
To
you people,
yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely, they've got some stuff.
Is it
what
broken?
do they
got? They've got some, well, particularly interesting to Fetid, they've got some food.
Good.
So they've got some like not very well dried meat of what creature you absolutely don't want to imagine. However, again, Fetid is like, oh,
hell yeah. I'm just gonna eat it.
Yeah, like just as you pull it out, you're just absentmindedly just sticking it in your mouth.
Everyone loves surprise beef.
Indeed. In addition to that, they have mixtures of coins, but all like very low denomination, basically like copper and tin types of little, not particularly worth a lot. Altogether, it would barely be enough to buy like a cup of ale or a hot meal.
Yeah, that's free ale and meal. I'll definitely take that. Unless somebody else wants it. Do you want to split this 85 cents that I found?
No, it's okay. You can have it.
And then beyond that, various things taken from victims. There's quite a few teeth. There's some basically shiny rocks. There is a ring, a very plain-looking brass ring.
Plain.
And some shiny stones that may or may not be worth something. You're really not sure. I mean, I'm sure Glorpa is like shiny stones.
Oh yeah, I'm into, especially if they look a little roughed up.
Someone should definitely hang on to that ring. Never throw away a good ring. I read a book once that was all about a ring. How important the ring was, and blah blah blah. The ring.
I'll hold on to it then. I'll see if I can find out if it's magical or anything later.
I'll do some identify on that or whatever.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
fancy.
What do I have?
So you have a ritual of identify in your magic book. So you could open up your scrapbook to the right page.
Yeah, figure out what this ring is.
Where there are strange eldritch symbols inscribed. and begin chanting out a ritual. So
no, to be honest, this just looks like Grandpa flipping through his scrapbook and murmuring to himself.
Completely innocuous.
There's going to be a bit of the magic ritual flavor to it. So there's going to be a bit of kind of weird, creepy whispers from the ether, but it's pretty quick. It's just one item. You discover that it is a magical ring, but it's not a particularly useful one. It's one of those kind of like trinket, magic trinket rings. You could probably sell it for a bit of money, but I'm not even. I'm looking for like one of the lists of trinkets, but
you can make flowers bloom.
Yeah, it's
stuff like that.
There was a list
like cantrip
that I was
level
looking
kind of
for.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's like not even cantripy, but like.
Hey, if it makes flowers bloom, let's give it to our swamp witch.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Then I don't have to spend the time looking up. It's basically a ring that mimics the effects of specific druidcraft cantrip. So it'll like make flowers bloom, make buds open.
Ooh.
I hand it to Glorpa. Here you go.
Ah, thank you. Glorpa's already grabbed the stones without asking her new friends if they would like them, because she doesn't know that you should do that.
I did that with the money, so I'm on the talk.
Watching Fetid and recognizing that's how you do it.
Tromlin has the mercantile knowledge to be able to identify those stones at a glance as not being worth much.
Okay. Question.
Excellent.
Could I take ogre stomachs and turn them into like pouches or anything?
I believe you would need the specific tool proficiencies to craft that sort of thing.
You could probably do it poorly.
Not with the skills that you have, but you know it could be done if you wanted to take them to like a town and
I'll do that
pay
then,
someone to do it.
Might as well get something out of them. Literally.
I'm starting to see more familial parallels here.
Randy's bringing the trash not with his character, but just with himself.
Fetid can do it.
I can do it, but do I want
Fetid
to?
has the abilities and tools to do curing.
I look at Trauma like, do you really want me to? I mean, I'll do it, but...
I reach into their stomachs and pull the stomachs out like, could you turn these into pouches for me?
More food for my people?
Sure.
All right, fair enough. I'll take them and...
You immediately know that you need to urinate on them to start the curing process.
Like me urinate, because cloaca, mine's like that dry stuff. It's not like
just
people pee. All right.
That's how medieval leather was made, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Actually,
so one of y'all needs to piss on this, and it
Dwarf
isn't
has
going to be
already
me.
started. I don't know why you're talking about this.
Oh, okay, cool.
She was already peeing on them, and she's like, "What?
I just woke up. I've had to pee.
I did the right thing.
Holding them.
Before anybody pees on any of the bodies.
Yeah.
Grandpa has probably throughout this been surreptitiously trying to see if he can get some of the good bloody organ, the good blood organs, like some heart, liver, kidney would be nice.
Make me a stealth roll, because like people have been fairly distracted here. Like after they grabbed the stuff out of the pockets, there was like a lot of, what's this worth? Let's identify that.
The conversation about peeing on the stomachs alone is real distracting.
Is it still fairly dark out, it being like kind of early dawn?
Yeah, it's pretty dim.
So I might one with shadows a little bit. I'm already wearing my rain slicker, so.
So if you want to do your one with shadows, first, you sort of melt back in the shadows. Then go. I'll let you do that, and I believe that adds 10 to your stealth. Yeah. But because of the circumstance, I'm going to say 5. But still, add 5 to your stealth.
Okay.
And then anybody else can make a perception roll to see if.
Yes.
Man, I am on fire with rolls tonight. So plus 8 is 27.
Nope.
2.
3.
27 is going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Perception?
Yep.
I don't.
Bird.
No.
21.
Upside down burb.
I got 13. That's it. So.
Okay, so yeah, you can like full on like take your demon knife and cut some strips of heart. Get the good stuff.
Heart, liver, kidneys is my.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that instead of it being like a big scary black dagger, it's just like an obsidian black Swiss Army knife. He opens up.
It's basically supposed to be a fish filleting knife. Oh my goodness.
That also works very well.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a later snack.
Grampy's Eldritch penknife.
And so just for the purposes of the stream, and also is that Meg? Is that Meg?
That's Pippin.
Pippin is exploring the camp.
Yeah, he really wants to bite it.
So for the purposes of the stream, so basically, Grandpa Perny immediately goes for the best, still warm, practically still beating, or like a rhythmically beating heart muscle, and cuts a few strips and immediately gets those down, and then grabs some other parts, including some liver, some kidney for later.
It takes blood to make blood.
And
meanwhile, I'm holding it. No, seriously, I wrote pouches out of these.
They've already
at this point, Glorp was already peeing on them.
Yeah, we're good. We'll make it happen.
All right.
So Tromlin goes to and starts getting breakfast ready as Fetid settles in with a stone to scrape out the linings. And get all the connective fat off of the stomach, so he can kind of stretch the tissue and prepare it for curing. And I think that getting set up for your morning and preparing to continue on your way is probably a good place to end our first session.
Yay! First game.
Thank you for
Woo.
Did it.
Good job, ogre killers.
Yeah.
And pissers.
Man, at first, like when you said 2 ogres, I was like, oh fuck, and then I was like, wait, we're at the equivalent of level 8. We'll probably be okay.
It'll be
and then
fine.
everybody started actually doing stuff, and I was like, oh, these guys have no chance.
Yeah, they're screwed.
No, this was meant to not go well for the ogres, and it didn't.
It really did not.
That third ogre is going to be telling all of his friends about like certain travelers are real problems, and you shouldn't attack them.
Yeah, that was like our promotional message.
Oh yeah.
It's like guys.
Next time we see ogres, they'll just run from us. They'll be like, "Oh hell no, nope."
There's tentacles.
Yeah. Ugna's pink hair is now apostematic coloring.
They're like, "Oh no, don't attack anything with pink hair."
We showed Otto; he's safe with us.
True too.
Actually, while you guys are preparing breakfast, a little while later, there's like some rustling in the bushes again, and you're all sort of like, "Oh!" And then like a couple of smaller, younger ogres kind of come out of the trees with wide eyes and go, and they'll point at Ugna, and then they'll hold out pieces of parchment.
Oh, I'll come over and I'll take a look at it and be like, "Well, what's this?"
They've got pens.
Oh, but I sign.
Yep.
Fantasy Sharpies.
Yeah. Give them a pat on the head.
And they immediately and run off because they.
In my mind, I'm like, how big of a pouch would I get out of these two?
Well, it would be smaller.
Belt pouches.
You've got some medicine skill. You're like, the gallbladders on those ogres would be a different size pouch.
Get some fanny pack action going.
Fanny paction, if you will.
Oh, good.
Ooh, participation.
God damn it.
A very Canadian joke. That's your CanCon for this stream.
Yeah, I got to get my CanCon in where I can. I'll make some Gord Downey reference at some point.
Oh man, does that mean we have to do part of this in French next? Because I haven't brushed up in a while.
We'll get Hélène to come in and translate.
I don't know.
What's Everard's black tentacles in French? Les tentacles d'Evard Noir.
Whoops.
Little UFO, yeah.
Who was that?
That was Mary. He was trying to scritch his own head, and then he just fell off.
Yeah, they're very good at falling off of things.
So graceful.
Evolution works in mysterious ways.
For the stream, the plan is 2 weeks. We're gonna do this again.
So good.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you. We had huge turnout tonight and lots of people chatting.
For us.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh my god, that was so good.
God.
So good.
I wonder if he'll let us use that as that guy's portrait. So anytime we come across him, we'll just be like, and it's this guy.
He's probably got all the NPCs already
This
drawn by
friggin'
the end of
guy.
this now.
He's actually just logged off to go to sleep.
Wow. Yeah, it's late out there.
The save
That's
off.
cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Also for the stream, this game is taking place over 4 separate time zones because we have people on
East Coast,
Pacific,
West Coast.
Pacific, Central, Eastern, and Maritime.
Yep. Atlantic, the time zone that everyone forgets about.
Yep.
Including me, even though I've lived here for like 6 or 7 years now.
7 o'clock,
Could be-
7:30
Could
in
be worse.
PI.
Yeah, you could be. Well, it's Newfoundland.
Oh, no,
has
it's
the other
7:15.
extra
Yeah.
half hour.
that
it's
half
a half
hour
hour.
nonsense.
They have the extra weird half hour, so they're like an
Mhm.
hour and a half ahead of Eastern.
I
It's
used to
super
play
weird.
Diablo 1 with a Newfoundlander, and it was so hard to figure out times. It was confusing. It was constantly confusing.
Also, because people are asking in the chat, I've recorded this. It's going to be posted on my YouTube stream, and I can give you guys the files if you want to post it on your YouTubes as well. So
Cool.
you can mirror it, and I'll be posting about where to
Sounds
find
good.
it. So if you tuned in late and want to see the beginning, look for the links.
Indeed.
Good
Excellent.
job, Elena and Lane. Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to pull up our
You
end
can-
screen.
Yeah,
But,
you can end the stream and we can talk a bit afterwards.
Sounds good.
But
Yeah.
Do we have any projects we want to shout out now that it's the end? I don't know if we were going to do that this time or wait till next stream.
we'll wait till next time so people have time to prepare.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.